We're a resource center that's here to help designers make better materials decisions. When we say better, we mean ones that also start to consider how they affect human health or environmental systems or social justice. We also fundamentally believe that materiality is something that's best understood in person through actually engaging materials, not just through that little thumbnail image on your screen. So whether that's getting a sense of the weight of something, of the texture, of the quality under different light conditions, or even the smell of it, these are things that really inform your feeling and aesthetics as a designer. And I think it's when you really combine these two decisions, this research-based informed approach of all the health and sciences and sustainability, with then a good design approach, that you get something that's really compelling and that you can sell your client on wanting to make these healthier decisions and not just putting it forward from a pragmatic or statistical point of view. And I also want to emphasize that this idea of material health, it's not just about products, but it's really about the process. It's about the people involved in this and how you approach healthy materials, because no individual product is going to be healthy or not. It's really about how you use it. If you're making the right choice for the right setting and knowing that you're addressing all the particular needs of your client or your context. So with that said, the first step to this whole process is really just being informed, understanding what the issues might be that you're trying to address with this choice. And I really recommend going to Healthy Material Lab's website and checking out all the educational resources they have there, whether it's tools and guides to help you with practice, just basic research on materials decisions, or even curriculum packets to be able to help with faculty. We also know evaluating materials isn't always the easiest thing to do. As designers, you're probably not trying to cause harm, but there's also a lot of considerations that go into this. You want to know, make sure all the ingredients aren't containing toxic substances, but also where are they coming from? What are they made of? Are they regenerative sources? Are they recycled content? And all of a sudden, all these questions start to build up. So one of the things we've really been trying to do the last year is provide a more cohesive, holistic framework for how you can organize these considerations. So trying to organize things into 6 main ideas so that it can be less overwhelming when you're trying to make an evaluation. With this new framework, we have 6 categories that we're trying to address. You start with health, carbon footprint, circularity, water, waste, and social equity. And with any one of these categories, there's a number of things that go into it. Like with health, we're trying to make sure there's no toxic substances in a product. With circularity, it's looking at regenerative, recycled content, or does it have an end-of-life plan? Water and waste, it's pretty straightforward of trying to reduce the amount of excess material that's going into it and trying to limit any wasted materials. And then there's social equity, where we're trying to just make sure everyone involved in the manufacturing process is treated in an ethical and humane way. So one of the reasons we're trying to bring all these considerations together into one holistic framework is really because we've seen a lot of trade-offs in the industry. We've seen some products where it's all about recycled content and it's really preaching that, where people think, yeah, I guess it's healthy or it's sustainable just because it has one factor. And that often leads to a trade-off where you're not having a product that actually has non-toxic ingredients. So with these different factors that we're considering, we often get the question of, is there a certain baseline where all products in the library are then considered healthy, or they meet all the criteria of these factors? And we'll say that they meet some criteria. There's some attribute that makes every product in here better, and that's why we have it. That's why we thought to include it. But we're also not trying to be exclusive. We want to recognize all the different reasons why a product might be better. So with all these different considerations, it means that you really need to be setting priorities of what you think matters most in your given project or context. Because the truth is, there is no one singular answer. There's never going to be one product that's always the best, always the healthiest. But you need to be critically thinking as a designer and really actually making decisions for yourself about what matters to me most in this situation. But at the end of the day, that's what design is. It's about making decisions and making priorities. So in this way, we really think it's empowering to be able to come here and say, well, I'm really trying to impact this area. And we're here just helping you do that.